next to the stage. What up, Lee? How are you?
Hi, how you doing?
Lee, let's get right into the smoke. What do you not agree with?
There's a lot I don't agree with, and
Come
a
on.
lot of it is directing men's aggression towards women because most men don't even know what they want. When you start talking about relationships, they're like, oh, I want this, I want that, and then you give them that. That's not what they want.
Okay, well, let's stop with the question at the top of the hour. Who must save modern women from themselves? Do you not agree that I should posit that statement?
Think men can't save us. They don't have the tools that we need to get saved.
No,
They
but I'm
don't
saying
know.
who should, though? Who should?
It starts with the individual. It really does. A lot of women need to do work within themselves. So you can't work as a group. Women are not team effort individuals. We're not built like that. It's like, I don't like her since kindergarten. I don't know why, but I don't like that. And it's just what it is.
Well, here's the thing. I think here's the thing. Like, cause like if I see a young lady that doesn't have women friends, to me, it's a red flag because I think feminine women can get along with feminine women. Do you not agree?
I have one female friend and we've been best friends since I was 13. Most of my friends are males. And it's because I don't do cattiness. And I'm not going back and forth with you. A lot of the females that I do deal with, they say I have the mentality of a man. They're like, oh, well, they're like, oh, you're just cold-hearted like a man. Like, I don't do all the back and forth. I don't care about your feelings. It is what it is. Women deal in emotions and I don't deal in emotions at all. Your feelings don't mean anything. Let's get this job done and let's get to it. But most women don't deal like that. They think that their feelings are supposed to dictate how things are supposed to run, and that's not how it works in the real world.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how masculine are you?
A boy until the day I was born.
So 10.
So, I was 11 years old and 5'9".
All right, so listen, Lee, you're a whole gentleman. Okay.
No, I'm not. I'm a female. I love being a female. I just don't the niceties of it all.
Do you understand how confusing
that's my favorite color, so I can't be a gentleman.
Lee, do you understand how confusing that you're being?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, but we as individuals all have nuances. There's no black and there's no white. There is no when it comes to
why do so many modern women want to fight femininity?
No, this is who I am. Like, I was always that girl that they were like,
again. Why do so many modern women want to fight femininity? It's not natural within our culture, and that's the problem. If you say this is who I am, but listen, but again, the argument is the cart before the horse, okay? Because my argument is that the natural nature should override what you have experienced within your life.
My natural nature
and here's the thing. Well, hold on. My argument is that you have experienced things within your life that have made you masculine. There has been a single parent raising you in your life.
No, raised with my father all my life.
Okay. Did he take you out to
fishing, hunting?
Okay, so he overly okay. So
no, I have a sister, and that's not her nature. I've always just been.
But your father treated you like a little boy.
No, like he treated me in my house. There was no gender roles. It was just you like to do what you like to do. I had the biggest Barbie collection in the world, and I still love Barbie.
Okay. There's definitely some confusion that's going on here because I say that because listen, like I think at the end of the day, what seems to happen in this particular community is that we push masculine roles for both men and women, and it seems to be valued in the society to push it towards women today. It's like the complete and utter opposite. What men typically want is feminine women. What they want is typically feminine women. So if we're looking at the marriage rate, right, and we're looking at the amount of men such as myself that are no longer proponents of marriage, because we're looking out at the pick of the litter and we're not seeing what would align. We're not seeing traditional women in align to a traditional contract marriage. Then that's a problem. And
Well,
I
men
posit
can't ask for
that
that.
the more
That's not
hold
going to
on,
exist.
hold on, soldier. Okay.
It's not going to
Hold
exist.
on, soldier. Hold on. Yep. Drink that water. You gotta cool down a little bit, okay? Let the content provider provide the content. Okay. And I would posit that the longer that we do not point a finger at what men want, and the more that women just say, no, I don't need to conform to anything. I am me. I bring myself. He will accept me for who I am because I live in my truth. The more that we continue to say men are trash, the more that we keep our weights out of check, the more that we live in a sexually liberated society and or movement, the more that we do these inherently masculine things within the women, men will continue to see their way out of the culture. That is my issue. That is my problem.
So the women are having sex with themselves? The women are having sex with themselves?
No, we of course we're gonna listen. If you give me the viscosity, I'm taking the viscosity. Make it harder for us.
So, but what else do you have to offer?
Wait.
Now we're getting down to
it's
it.
So crazy
what
that
else
you
do
bring
you
that up.
have to offer?
But see, the reason that you bring that up and you're so confident in bringing that up is because you consider masculine energy to be the same thing for men and women.
No.
No. Oh, it's just, what do they just have? No, you're doing it with us.
Hold your viscosity.
But you're doing it with us, and you're doing it often. You're doing it with us, and you're doing it often on all of the trips that you go to, and all of this and all of that. What did Ayanla say? Close your legs and open your heart.
She said that because she's 70 years old and her stuff dried up.
You gotta listen to the elders.
While she was out here, she was swinging that thing too.
Listen, at the end of the day, the men are over here listening to the elders. We look up at the elders for experience because we know learn from experience.
Vote with your penis.
Wait, because we know what has happened in the past, and we could take a look at wise people talking about shit and leverage the data from what they're saying. You can't just say, wait, hold on. You can't just say because she's old and she don't need she's speaking from experience. And that's the problem is we don't respect our elders anymore. We don't respect our elders anymore, and we just laugh through the knowledge that they say.
Or take the advice of a woman who divorced her husband and then got him back after.
Mute. Here's the thing: the longer that we continue to disrespect those that are from a far gone era that we just think that is bullshit, how could I expect you guys to not respect other women, other elder women, but yet respect men in the things that we're saying? So when we tell you things such as we want feminine and in shape women, you're going to continue to step all over because I see what you do from the elder women in your community. You laugh at it just like you're doing right now. Why? How did we get here?
I laugh at my mother. I feel like she was a fool to be with my father. Honestly, like let's say what it really is. Meaning, if you feel that way, you all need to vote with your penises because I'm raising, my son is an adult. I tell him, you cast your vote with your penis. You give your power away with your penis. Your penis will make you a slave or liberate you, either way. So as long as you're having sex with these women that you don't like, you're still giving them your power when you end up down at child support enforcement. So don't come at us when women are going to always look for an advantage, regardless of whether it's feminine or masculine or whatever it is.
Wait, how old is your son?
He's about to be 19.
Okay. And you tell him vote with your penis?
The type of woman you want, you better vote with your penis. Your penis has the power to make you a slave.
Okay. I agree. It does have the opportunity to be able to do that. And I always talk about accountability within the dudes of the things that they are doing. However, I find it so ironic that you laugh at Ayanla. What makes you think that your son's not laughing at you?
Well, because we have these conversations, and I tell him like anything
So,
that I have
but
done.
listen, though, but really though, but why not respect what Ayanla's saying, but then why expect your boy to respect what you're saying?
Because I'm looking at the outcome of what she's saying. This is a woman who married a man, divorced him, married him again, and then he cheated on her with her friend. You have the right to tell me of how to make anything successful. Okay, I'm gonna do what you didn't do.
So there's nothing sloppy about your life?
What you mean sloppy? Hell no. No, because I don't care enough to make it sloppy. No, not sloppy. I'm an open book. Don't care. No.
There's nothing sloppy about your life? Do I need to ask questions?
Yes, I worked. I worked through it. I worked hard.
Your left hand is without a ring. What happened to it?
I'm left-handed and I didn't want to get married. I don't personally believe in marriage.
Why didn't you want to get married?
I told you I was raised in a 2-parent household, and I would look at my mother and father and like, that ain't what I want.
What made you so defiant from marriage?
Seeing the women that came before me. My grandmothers are in their 90s, and they were with men because they needed men to make the household whole, to run the household. So, and that's another thing, men can't ask us to be those women if we have to pay half the bills. My grandmother's never had to work to pay a bill. So if you think
do you have a provider and or a protector?
I'm the provider, and I got
So when I asked you about being is there anything sloppy within your past as well, but you're judging Ayanla, and you have not led a stereotypical cookie cutter lifestyle at all. And in fact, because you don't have a provider and have a protector, you have to elicit these very masculine traits within you in order to stand up a family.
Hold on, I was with a man for 12 years. But
you're not with him now.
And no one, he asked me to marry him, and there's no way in hell that I would give away my power, or because he had this thing like, well,
why is getting married removing your power?
Because I run this. Why would I marry him?
Lee, no disrespect, but you are the modern woman. You are who I'm talking about right here. Okay. You are who I'm talking about right here. You are consistently defiant. You don't want to listen to what the elders have said. You have a son, and you expect him to listen to you when you are defiant towards elders in the community that want to do good by the community. You don't want to give away your power. You feel powerless under the leadership of a man. These are masculine women, modern women characteristics with a hint of masculine traits, because you live a INDEP type of a lifestyle. And my argument is that type of lifestyle will not provide you the greatest happiness within your life. It will not. It will continue, because what you want more than ever, more than likely, I don't want to speak for you and I want to hear from you, is to be under the leadership of a strong dude that can lead you to the promised land and back. Well, let me ask you a question. Where did the negative feeling or hate towards men come from?
I don't have hate towards men.
So why don't you want a man to lead you?
We can be friends. We can. Okay.
No.
Let me say that. Because
right,
they have nothing to give me that I can't get anyway. Vote with your penis.
No. Here's what you can't get: femininity.
I don't want that.
You need a masculine. Well, you can't get happiness then. Sorry.
I'm happy.
No, you're fake happy.
No, I'm really happy. I'm really happy.
Listen, you can try to convince yourself of happiness within that, but listen, mistakes were made. Mistakes were absolutely made.
No,
okay?
listen.
So to judge Ayanla based off of, and I don't know all the things that you were talking about. I've never heard of those particular things. But that is what it is. But to judge her based off of similar mistakes that you've made in your life, I don't think is a viable way to contribute to a conversation.
I don't. But what I'm saying is,
because listen, because just real quick, you have gone. So what you said is that how long ago did you relinquish a provider and a security within your life, or the dude?
Well, I never gave him that position. He just did again. What? Well,
I'm gonna ask you another question. How much of the 19-year life? You have only one child?
Yes.
How much of that lifespan was a man not involved in his life?
A man has always been involved in his life. A man has always been involved in his life.
So, but okay, so let me rephrase the question. How long was his father involved in his life?
Oh, I dealt with his father until he was 6 years old, but it still wasn't that energy anyway, because
so there's been men in and out of his life to provide us example of manhood.
No, his father's still there every day. I just don't choose to deal with him. I have that's what I'm saying. Men, vote with your penises. As long as you give us the choice to pick and choose, we're going to pick and choose.
So when is the accountability for women? Because I'm trying to ask you this line of questions to understand a little bit more about how you think about these things. But what it seems as though vote with your. I'm gonna say I'm gonna continue to say eggplant from here on out, because I feel like YouTube's gonna demonetize me on some bullshit.
Oh, for that,
they're super sensitive. They're super sensitive. It's okay. But at what point does the onus have to be on women, right? Because I also say this from a perspective, and listen, I agree with you. We should vote, but at the same time, they're opening their legs to us. Women are opening their legs to us. Okay, we're gonna continue to receive the viscous innards at an increasing rate, the most that we absolutely can. But I think that, listen, at the end of the day, women hold the key to the viscous innards, men hold the key to relationships. Okay, so if we want to work on the single parent,
but if women are trying to get control over you,
if we want to work on this single mother epidemic, which is 20 to 25% higher than the next race, can we not agree that is a major problem within the community? Can we not agree that the way that you've chosen to raise your son is not ideal? Listen, Lee, can we not agree that the way that you have chosen to raise your son outside of a two-parent consistent household is not ideal?
I don't agree to that, because I was miserable the day my mom left my dad. I was the happiest day. We was like, bye, daddy.
Well, Lee, listen. but Lee, listen, you may not agree with that, but the data doesn't show that. The data doesn't show that it's not the best case to raise an inconsistent,
and most of those include
nuclear family. The data doesn't show that.
Contrast that data to poverty levels also. Because I can say this, my son is in college with a full scholarship. I ain't have to pay a dime. He's never not had anything that he didn't want. I'm at the time currently, I'm like, oh, should I have another baby? I don't want to be in a relationship to have a baby, but I'm in a position where I can afford a baby. I've worked for it.
Listen, and congratulations to him. Is it what type of school is it?
He got several different scholarships, but right now, because of COVID, he is it's like a D3 school, because it's close to home, and I have a house that he can stay in and didn't have to pay any room and board. Okay.
Well, I'm happy that you're setting that up for him. I'm super happy. The issue is that we continue to focus on these anecdotal experiences, and we're not focusing on the majority.
I think with the
and the majority is what we're talking about, because when I say modern women, the majority of modern women are not raising young boys in single parent households and they're getting scholarships. That's not the majority.
But my circle of friends that are there, that's what's happening.
It is way more likely.
Poverty. It's the poverty.
It is way more likely in a two-parent household.
It's the
that's what happened. And here's the thing. And here's part of the argument.
The biggest issue is the poverty. Now you're more likely to be in poverty if you are single.
Jesus Christ. Here's another argument. Could he have gone to a D2 or a D1 school? He was raised in a two-parent household. If he was raised in a two-parent household, my argument is that he would have been way more likely.
He could have went to a D1 school as is, but with COVID, with the way it was structured,
I think. Listen. You could continue to beat around the bush like a les around the tush. You can continue to fight. Well, it could have, and you're focusing in outliers. You're not focusing in the majority of. That's because you don't care about the modern woman. You care about yourself.
Didn't I say it was individuals have to hold themselves accountable?
No, but the question is, how can modern women save themselves? That's the question. And you only
First thing
care
is
about
better
you.
get your money right.
So listen, if you only care about yourself, I mean, this is at this point is absolutely ridiculous because you're stepping over facts, you're stepping over data for anecdotal experiences. And when I ask you questions,
what data am I stepping over?
The importance of a two-parent household.
And I said the biggest variable in that is the poverty. Whether you're a one parent or two parent, a child born in poverty.
She left. Guys, this is why we're so far behind. This is it. You just saw it. You just got a first class seat and a first class ticket to why we're so behind. It's because they're okay with mediocrity. They're okay with average. They want to fight tooth and nail to be lower than the rest. They want to fight tooth and nail for it. The data doesn't support with what you're saying. The information that I go off on this channel doesn't support with what you were saying. I asked the question about modern women and you say that you don't care. I just care about me. This is absolutely insane. This is absolutely incredible. I mean, this is absolutely insane. And it's so sad to see at the rate and the frequency as what it happens. I mean, she has a 19-year-old son. I pray for him. I pray for his outcomes in life. I pray for the decisions that he makes in his life. She shits on Ayanla as being an elder and then expects her son to listen to the things that she's saying. This is a complete and utter train wreck. It's a complete and utter train wreck. Okay. Oh, God. Okay, who we got down up in the corner?